Yeah, well, I think for as long as I've been at the club, get away for a camp, change of environment, bit of bonding. Obviously the heat up is nice, although it's pretty hot back in Melbourne as well. But yeah, it's good to just get away and bond over the next week.
So you're sort of replicating what you do in Melbourne, basically training.
Yeah, training wise, it's very similar. Last year was a fair bit of game plan stuff that we did up here, and today we had a really good hit out. And yeah, I suppose it's just the added things. Once training's done, it's the coffees, the dinners you have as a group. So yeah, looking forward to the week.
Altitude seems to be out of favour nowadays, and keep training. Do you like coming up to the Gold Coast?
I just do what the sports scientists tell us, mate. So although it wasn't too bad going over to Utah and Arizona and things like that. So I've enjoyed all the camps you get away to. You get to know the guys really well, and you feel closer when you get back to Melbourne.
You're in the position of having to experience both. You've done that Arizona altitude, you've done all three.
Yep.
Do you feel this is better or different?
I personally like coming up here because you're training in the same dimensions. When we're in America, you're training on football fields and things like that. So, like getting away up here. And as I said, any time you can get away with the boys for 4 or 5 days, it is really good.
You do plenty of match simulations since being up here. How's all that going?
Yeah, good. We had a good hit out today. A fair bit of match sim, and it really ramps up now. There's not long before round one comes around. So, this camp last year we felt set us up really well to go back and attack the season, and we're looking to try and do the same thing again. Yeah, I think they're on their own programs. Obviously, last year they were both managed towards the back end, with Ads coming back off that double hamstring surgery or whatever it was, and Geordie as well. So, when they're out there, they'll be out there in full match sim, but not out there at the moment. Yeah, he does. He's he's an impressive specimen, Das, great athlete, and he's only getting better the more he can get out there and train. So hopefully this year we can get him on the park more often than not, and he certainly adds a lot to our group.
Injuries was obviously a major issue for the club last year, particularly coming into the season. There's still quite a lot of players out. How much does it make a difference to a match simulation when you don't have a lot of those big games on? A lot of guys still inside.
Yeah, we're forced to use some ex-players that aren't any good anymore. So. But we did have a lot of injuries last year, but I don't think it was a very big issue for us. We covered really well. We talk about having a squad mentality, and we displayed that. So it's no different. It probably just brings to light how important it is, because last year guys got opportunities when they probably didn't think they would. And now when we say it, guys actually know that it can happen.
And do you think that sets you up really well this year? Because as you say, the younger guys got opportunities, and then other guys come back, and suddenly you've got a really strong team squad.
Yeah, I think competition for spots is always hot, and the more guys that get a taste of senior football and finals football, things like that, it really drives that hunger over the pre-season to try and get in and get a spot.
Wellesley's still out there sort of running now. How far away is he and how he's tracking?
He seems to be tracking pretty well, coming off that pretty horrific injury with his foot last year. So, I don't think there's going to be a timeline for most of these guys. When they're right, they'll get out there, and we don't want to rush anybody. Yeah, he's back running and kicking and things like that. So, I think that was a bit dramatised. We have. As a group, when we got back in, we had a look at it. Just a few things that we want to learn from it, because, while it is disappointing, you've got to acknowledge the game and how it went down, and what we can learn from it, because we can't just wipe it. So we took a few learnings from it, and there's also a lot of things we did right on the day as well to put ourselves in a position to win a grand final, to get to the grand final. So learn from it, but the journey starts again now, and just because we were there last year doesn't mean we get the right to even get back to final. So we know we've got to earn it. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be too many guys, or really anybody, that's sort of dropped their head and still disappointed about the granny. So get back to work. And as I said before, we know it's a new journey, so just trying to rip into 2019.
Do you see any noticeable lift in drive from those guys when they're so close and they come back more motivated than ever?
I think just getting to finals for the first time in a while for this club was really important, and the grand final would have been nice to win it, but just the finals experience and how good it is to play in those big games. The guys loved it, so you don't need much more motivation than now that you actually know what we're talking about to get back there and play in those games. I'll play it if they want me to play it. I've got to get picked though, so I don't know who's looking for a slow midfielder.
This week, 6 years is happening. more you want to keep them performing? Like, have you started thinking about the future in that sort of regard?
Not really. You know, there's, I suppose externally, you know, I'm captain, but internally there's a really strong group of 5 or 6 of us who lead the football club, and you know, there is some great guys coming up, but yeah, I think the strength of what we do is the collective, and I suppose externally I'm seen as the captain, but I know that we've got a really good group of 5.
Obviously, here on the Gold Coast, Ben's is a local playing already up the road, and it's good to have him back here, but he must add some incredible depth to that midfield that he's got coming into the season.
Yeah, well, he's a genuine A grader, and goal kicking mid, they're hard to find. So great that he wanted to come back home and wanted to come back to us. So you know, rapt to have him on board. You know, Jordan Roughhead as well. You know, you've seen training today how impressive he is. You know, forward, back, ruck, so versatile, and you know, a ripping fella as well. So it's great to have him.
Speaking of new recruits, how many young boys now?
Yeah, going really well. They come up Friday up here. Got a few extra days in on the camp, and yeah, they're all fitting in really well. And obviously Isaac's the only one training at the moment, and he's going really well.